and welcome back to another budget with me. So you can tell there's no money for us to budget. First thing we're gonna do is try and fix the like $300-400 over that I am with my goals from my actual monthly income. Yeah, I think it's time to fix it. We can't keep going every month with me wondering where all the money went. So let's just tackle this. I think we'll make the changes in June. Technically speaking, it is May right now. I don't know why I said technically. It is May. Like, period. That's a fact. But like this month's already funded, so I feel like maybe oof. I feel like maybe we just do it in June and that way it'll help us this month and then yeah. Maybe. Let's see. Let's give it a whirl. And we might swap over to July if we so choose. Fixed expenses aren't changing. That's obvious. Like, we can't really do anything about that. Variable expenses, I think I'm going to leave the same. I think I'll still be over this month because this is by the day I get paid. And so, since I budget a month ahead, I'm paying for this out of 4 paychecks, even though it's technically supposed to be out of 5, because this is a 5 paycheck month. So, so I think we're still gonna be like over this month technically, but that may be like a later problem. We'll try and address that. For now, let's just think like a normal 4 paycheck month, and try and get the goals to match my actual income. So we're not going to change anything in variable. Now, there are goals I would have for this category if I started making more money. For instance, gas. I really wish I had more gas money in there. I feel nervous every month about whether or not 1 tank will be enough. So we might have to solve that problem at a later date. Investments. I thought really hard about reducing these two 100s back down to 50. Honestly, that would probably be the best choice to not put me in a situation where I am saving too little for a category and end up going over. But we're going to wing it and we're not going to do that. So we're going to leave all of these investments for now and just hope that everything works out. Savings, I don't think I'm changing anything here either. Travel, no, 50. I wrote down some notes so we could maybe get through this a little bit faster. 50. This one's 100. I'm not gonna change the goal here. Why does my mouse get big when I wiggle it? I don't know. Let me zoom in. Ooh, that's a little too much. This goal is based on this 18,000, so I kind of like having this and be able to see 42% funded and when I started it. So I'm not going to actually change the goal, but I do have it here, and this is what I go by in this section. So yeah, it's just going to mismatch. That's how it's been for a while. It doesn't bother me. I know that I'm only doing 100, but I'm leaving it because when I get bonuses and stuff, I contribute a lot to this. And so, or I used to at least, I don't know if I'm going to continue, but so it just kind of helps me keep in mind, like, oh, like I'm still pretty far away from $100 a month being okay to reach the goal. So none of those are changing. Anyway, that was a really long way to say that. Oh no panic. I think we have some changes here. So we're going to leave taxes. I owed this year, just a few dollars actually, so this should be fine in theory, but I'm gonna keep putting $5 toward it just in case, because I thought I would be getting like a $3,000 check back and I ended up owing a few dollars. So honestly, who knows what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna leave that at 5. I'm gonna change medical. Unfortunately, I really didn't want to change this because I do have chronic illness, and so it's just not my my preference to change that, but it is what it is. We have to work what we have to work. Broken things is going to remain $3. Car ownership, this one's also going to change pretty drastically. This one's going to drop down to 10. And as you can see, it already dropped from 45 when I didn't have enough money for that to 25, and now it's going from 25 to 10. It's just, like, honestly, it's not a big deal for me. Like, my car is really reliable, and it's relatively new. It's a 2019, so I just don't really foresee much maintenance, and things like oil changes. I have 5, maybe 4 now, free oil changes on my car, so those aren't going to cost me any money. I think I get an oil change like twice a year, so that's basically like 2 years until I need to worry about that. So this money's really just like in case something bad happens. Kind of like a car emergency fund, or, oh, also car taxes. I forgot that was a thing. Ooh, I don't even remember how much those were last time I paid them. Well, that could be interesting, but that sounds like a later problem since I don't remember how much they cost. Okay, on to adult things. Holidays, unfortunately, we are going to change this to 5. Just because I had to remove $300 worth of budget stuff, guys, and we just things had to get cut. Same reasoning for household. Not my favorite category. I think you guys, if you've been watching the last couple of months of videos, this category has been getting spent out of like crazy. I mean, it has been absolutely insane. And honestly, I still need things for my household. We're changing it to 25. I still need like a new vacuum. Mine is absolutely broken. I vacuum for like 5 minutes and then I have to take it all apart, clean out the pieces, put it back together, and then I can vacuum for like 5 more. It's really not a great situation, but it's all I have, and I don't have any money here, so that's just kind of, it is what it is. I do need a few other household things, but I can't really think of them off the top of my head, so the vacuum's the big one I'm going to try and start saving for. This month, I was planning to save it all, and you can see I ended up spending $84 on irrigation system, clothing, bleach, to whiten sheets. Oh yeah, my sheets were getting like dingy just because they're old. And a dog gate extension, because in this house the walls are too far apart for my little doggy gate to work. So yeah. Anyway, so now I'm gonna plan on not buying anything. I was planning on not buying anything last month, and it obviously didn't work out. So we'll see. But that's 25 now. Holidays is 5, and then these are gonna stay $1. So that's that section. Giving, we have 25 for gifts. That is staying the same because I really like to buy expensive gifts, and I honestly don't even think that's gonna be enough. Random acts of kindness. I know it's only $1, guys. It's a shame. I really do like doing things for people. We're just deleting this target altogether. But I've spent out of this category before, and I like spending out of this category because I like doing random things for people, but it's just not in the budget right now. And I feel like I have to justify that because in the personal finance community, I feel like a lot of people tithe and stuff like that, and they really prioritize it even when they're in massive debt and it makes no financial sense for them to be tithing. They still tithe, and I get that there's like a religious component to that, but even you see finance people who aren't in the religious sphere of things, they still have like a donations or random acts of kindness category. And I feel like I should be doing that because I like doing that. I grew up volunteering a bunch. I grew up donating time and money, and so it's what I'm used to, and it feels like I should be doing it, but it also feels like I don't have the money despite making a ton of money. So I don't know. Yeah, that's just a little blurb. I usually don't even extend this category when I'm budgeting because I don't want people to comment on that. So I just click it here and then do underfunded like that. But yeah, that's that's why, if you've noticed that I kind of just skip over that category, it's because I feel like it's a little bit controversial that I don't really give that much away. I'd love to one day, but I have like a whole list of organizations that I want. And in fact, some of them are even in this hidden category that I've tried to add in before, but I just didn't have the bandwidth. So ice skating, I did change this to 95. It was on a weekly sort of thing, and then I just did the math myself for the new ice skating place I would be going, and it would be 95 a month. So that was already changed. It was just changed before I started filming. Horseback riding, I brought this category back out because I would really like to get back into this, but on the budget right now, it's just really not in the cards. So I don't really want to hide it. I might just leave it here and then maybe on my 5 paycheck months contribute to it. But that one's kind of tentative. You might see that one hidden later, you might not. Crafting is going to stay at $1. Education, guys, this is the big one. This is going to go no goal. Absolutely crazy. I can't believe I'm doing that. But here's my plan to reconcile that fact. So I get 5 paychecks every 3 months. And that means that if on my 5 paycheck months I put $300 toward education, it all balances out. It's like the same thing as me contributing $100 a month. So that is going to be my new plan for this category. I will only be contributing on 5 paycheck months, and I will be contributing $300 to offset the fact that I'm not contributing to it monthly. I think that will work out. I just need to probably put in my notes or somewhere that is what I'm doing, so that I know I don't forget to budget $300 here on 5 paycheck months. Japanese stuff is staying $1. Self-care is getting decreased, just like everything else in this budget, from 30 to 10. I don't really think it's enough, but I have money here for a haircut, so I'm probably going to get a haircut soon, and then I'll just be waiting basically a year to get another haircut, or maybe I can throw some from a 5 paycheck month into it. Clothing is also taking a hit. We're going to swap from 10 to 5. Unfortunate, but I already have 100, and that was kind of my main goal. So that makes me happy. A lot of the things I want are $100 for clothing. So for instance, like swimsuits I buy, a lot of times they end up being $100. My last one I bought was $100. They're really nice, really high quality, so I don't mind paying a lot for them. But that means I have to have a lot of money here, and I don't really save that quickly, so it takes me quite a while to build up to it. Books gets 1. That one's staying. Adventures, 5 staying, 5 staying, 10 staying. So that's that whole section. This actually has an auto transaction. Oh. Okay, well, we'll figure that out when we're budgeting money, I guess. That's unfortunate. Okay. Then we have animals, of course. That is staying 100. We can't really change that. This one, it says 260. My report, not that report, this report. This is kind of what I reference a lot to see what I'm spending on things. And if I go food litter, right, and I go here, it says 240. It says 240. I don't know why it says 240. This last month was 388. This upcoming month is 388. Oh, let me collapse this one since we finished it. This upcoming month, I'm pretty sure it also 336. So I don't know why it averages out to 260. I don't pull money out of this category when I have leftover. Like, the leftover is meant to roll over. But for whatever reason, it's not accurate, and I don't... Oh, you know what it is? I just realized. It's because I had to change my dog food to that super expensive dog food. 4, 180, 2, 3, 2, So I probably swapped over to the really expensive dog food around here. I would be willing to bet. What is that, October? So I wonder if we swap this to October, if that makes my 244. It made it go down. Why is this month empty? April? April, May. We already passed April. I definitely got food in April, so not sure what that's about. But 285. I mean, it's still not that much. Okay, I don't know. I don't get it, guys. I don't get it. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna change this. I increased it by 10 just because I'm trying to figure out why it never rolls over. But we have a little buffer in there, and that should hopefully sustain us this month, I think. PSA is 85. We can't change that, so that just kind of is what it is. Training. This one is another one that's taking a big hit. I'm going to do this one like I do not medical. Like I'm doing education. I'm going to do a really tiny number here instead of 0 because it just made me feel better. And then every 3 months when I get that 5th paycheck, out of that 5th paycheck, $300 is going to go to training for my dog's agility classes. That is the plan right now. We will see how it goes. Toys and bones is not, it is staying 5. Grooming, also taking a massive hit here. This is going to 5 as well. It's really unfortunate because I really liked getting him groomed a lot. I might do this thing where I like write how much I want to be contributing there. It's just like $5 is nothing. It costs me about $60 to $80 depending on what size they charge him as. They kind of go back and forth. Sometimes they'll charge him as a medium dog, sometimes they'll charge him as a large. So it's between like $60 and $80, and at $5, I mean that's gonna take. He's never gonna get groomed, but we have to go with it, guys. We don't have the money right now, so babysitting is staying at. It's not staying at 5. It's switching to 3. And then those 3 are remaining the same. And then exploring and wish farm, I'm not adjusting anything in those. So, if we've done this right, when we click over to July, where nothing has been funded, okay, I get paid $3,460 monthly, which means once we remove wish farm and exploring, we should be at $3,460, roughly that amount. I didn't count pennies. 3,000. Oh, hold on. We gotta take away squirt, and then we add 100 back for it. Okay, that's how I do this. Cause why make it simple? So we want it to be 3,460. Oh no, we're still over. What did I do wrong? 3,4. All right, at least I got way closer. Jesus. 3,487 plus the $100 for squirt would be 3,587. I make 3,460. So we're still over. That's so unfortunate. I was so certain I had done this right when I planned. We're still over $127. Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. All right, maybe I missed something. Let's pretend when I did it off camera, it worked and I just missed something this time. Let's just pretend like that for now. Fixed should be 1093. That is correct. Okay, that's right. Variable should be 502. Correct. Brilliant. Investments. Oh, this is why. Okay, maybe this isn't why, but this is part of the reason why. So we were over 127. Let's keep that in mind. My Roth payment is actually 541, but it is increasing it right now because if we flop over to June, you can see it's not funded. So when you flop to July, it's considering you having missed June entirely, but I am going to pay June. So this will be 541. Now that saves us, let's do mental math because we all know I'm great at it. That saves us 541. Okay, let's not do mental math. I'm just going to put a calculator. 617 minus 541. That saves us 76. We were 126 over, I think. So now we're only $50 over. Okay, that's way better, guys. That's way better. So we've already solved most of the problem. And we didn't even have to do anything because it wasn't a me problem. It was a software problem. M1 and Vanguard are staying 100. Perfect. 50, 100, 200, 100, 10, 10. Perfect. All right. 5, 20, 3, 10. Perfect. 5, 25, and then 1 for each of those. Perfect. 25. Perfect. 95. Nothing. 1. Yep. Nothing. 1. 10. 5. 1. 5. 5. 10. That's all correct. Animals. 100. 270. 85. 5. 5. 5. 3. 1, 1, 1. Okay, that's all right. Okay, hold on. Let me add it all up on my written paper and see if it's still over. Maybe I just messed something up. 3,460. Okay, so I don't know what I've done wrong. My paper is definitely correct. Something has gone wrong in YNAB, but we just went through everything and nothing was wrong. So let's just try it again. Maybe user error. So unclick Wish Farm, unclick Fully Explained. Let's just in case. Now we go into savings and we unclick Squirt, and we know we need to deduct about $70 for this guy. 617 minus 541, 76. So it says 3487. We add 100 back in for Squirt. That's 3587. Then we subtract the 74 or whatever it was. It's 3,511. I'm $51 over. I don't understand. I genuinely do not understand. Okay, let's expand them all. Let's just try to go through them again. 1093. I'm looking at this goal here, so that's good. 502. That's good. Then it's a mistake in here somewhere in one of these two. I mean, we know the Roth is wrong, but the M1 and Vanguard are correct, and the Roth will autocorrect when we get to that part. Travel is 50. That's correct. Squirt is 100. That's correct. 200. 100. Oh, there it is. There it is, guys. The paper was correct. I minimized the down payment savings from 100 to 50. Unfortunate, but I feel like I've said that about everything. But I have a good chunk of money here. I could buy something if I wanted. Market sucks. It's obviously going to increase really slow now. It's not nearly the amount we were saving 6 months ago for down payment, but it's something. We're making it work, and it is what it is. So that one is 50 now. And now it all should be right because we were 50 over, and that was 50 we just took off. It was user error. It was all me. Okay, but that's great news. So now the budget is fixed, guys. So when we budget... Oh, shoot. I need to fix it here. Yep. I didn't realize I was flopped into the other month. But now, hopefully, this month is still going to be a little rough because this is a 5 paycheck month. So we're going to be like $50 short, essentially, because the restaurant is $50 more. But it's groceries as well. No, groceries isn't. But yeah, so that's that, guys. We have a budget that is the amount we're making again. Now, my goals for the future and for 5th paycheck months are going to be training and education. Alrighty, so now we have our paycheck. This is the 3rd paycheck of May. Yep. I'm always so uncertain when I say that. So we are budgeting this into June. So I just fixed all of the categories, and now here's hoping we have enough money, because this is actually less than my normal paycheck. Basically, I forgot that I adjusted my contributions, and I have since undone that change because I redid the whole budget, like the goals, at $860 a pay, because that's what I had in here. But I had that in my checking log on YNAB because I wasn't correcting past weeks. And so this is actually even less than I was getting. I was getting $850, which was only a $10 change. So I probably could have taken $40 out somewhere else, but I didn't really want to. But essentially, because I had been budgeting $860, and when I finally went into my bank account and it told me that's not what was hitting, I obviously had to change that to reflect here. So the whole budget was negative for a minute until I input this paycheck. But that's why we only have $820. It's a little bit less than normal. So yeah, we're just gonna fund in order. I mean, we just spent a lot of time talking about all of our categories and my goals and budgeting for them. So I'm going to try not to take up too much time with this portion, but this did come out, and my Vanguard came out. So my my auto deposits are on track, which I'm really happy about, because I was pretty nervous when I noticed they weren't taking out. So that makes me glad. But we have that, this guy and this guy. Go ahead and underfund. I have considered lowering these. I think I did mention that when I was fixing everything else, but I don't know. Oh. Now the dreaded savings. Okay. I did mention, I think, that I plan on going in order this time, just to make sure I'm prioritizing savings and keep that as a priority for me. So we obviously can't fund all of them, but I kind of like to fund those first. This one's on auto deposit, so I just want to make sure that happens. But now I guess, I mean, it doesn't particularly matter which one we put it toward. I'll probably put it toward the bell, just because then I can just click underfunded. I can't hit underfunded on Squirt. I have to manually type in 100. So that is that, and we have 1775, and I reverted my, wait a second, is it the 3rd paycheck?